Hey, it's me, Joey. Well, for now anyway. But tomorrow, it's going to look very different. You get to see the softer side of me. Paulina comes to visit you girls for the Zoom party that we've got planned in our glow in the dark dance party. I've already got all my glow sticks lined up and ready to roll. I'm going to get ready right here in the salon. So when you girls are ready for me to join in, I'll be beautiful, or at least hopefully anyway. But you know, COVID decided last year we weren't able to do what we had planned. So this year, like the Girl Scouts, ready and willing, and here we are to do it one more time. So I look forward to seeing you girls tomorrow. Mwah. Get your questions ready, I'm here. It wasn't really so much an inspiration as it was a happening. I've been fortunate enough to have built relationships along the way in my 30 years of living in Manhattan, to have been blessed to have met people that have opportunities available to me when the universe sees fit. So I guess the message behind this is always stay ready for the opportunity, because they come along when you're least expecting them, or when you maybe feel like you least deserve them. And in this case, the space and the people that I work with alongside found me. And I was just happenstance ready because I was paying attention. So there's the hand in hand of that. It's a duo-fold sort of thing. I was a studied dancer at home. I studied all of the forms of dance, ballet, modern, jazz, tap. Having decided that few of those were really suited for what it was I was physically capable to do, I moved to LA, started my own path, took a few turns here and there in the world of entertainment, and when finally I found that I was ready to start a serious study of movement and physicality, moved here to the big city so that I could get what my coach of the time, studying Pilates back in the 90s when it was something that nobody had heard of, she said that I needed to get out of LA and go to New York to get a passion injection. And that's exactly what I did. Here we are 30 years later getting jabs of a very different sort, but the passion is there because it means it's time to keep going. I was a drag entertainer in the evenings, and that's how I was paying my bills. And it was not really known to her at the time that I was doing drag, so I did it kind of clandestinely and kept a lid on that while I would work in a clothing store during the day. And finally I would just sort of rise to the top with what I was doing, and when it got to a point where I was proud of it, I started letting people know that that's how I was paying my bills. And so the entertainer career kind of came with paying the bills, basically. I made sure that I had something going during the day. I had a couple of things going during the day, and then at night transformed like a butterfly. Exercise is super helpful for me. I like to get up, and at the very least in the morning I'll stretch to get the blood flowing, because I'm very physical. I do a lot of different physical studies, everything from gyrotonics to Pilates to aerial, and I feel like any and all of that sort of study leads to somebody who's definitely going to be more on the trajectory of get up and go, because your body gets used to that sort of thing, and if it breaks tradition with it, if you will, you're not as efficacious in your day. So that regimen becomes important. A little what the French call métro boulot dodo is like train, work, sleep, so that. Yeah. So any and all things today is easily inspired by anything that you see on media, but what you need to kind of remember, I feel, when you're surfing media of any sort is to know that that's not real life all the time, and what is real life is what's in front of you right now. So taking advantage of all of the stuff that's within your personal space and knowing how to use what you got to get what you want, not what somebody else has. And that sort of keeps you looking more at your glass half full than half empty and seeking for something else, because you've already got the elements and tools that you need to be the best you every day. Drag has sometimes been confused with making fun of women, and in my world, in reality, it's quite the opposite. It was why I call myself the Princess of Power, because it reminds me that, like my mother, all women have the strength to conquer all of the odds, probably even better suited than men, because we don't know how to generate children, that's for sure. But the only children we pretty much generate are ourselves, because man-child is a thing. I'm one of them. I'm just super lucky to be in a place in my life where I found my truth and my fantasies all kind of combine into one thing. If you're ever as lucky as I am in life, definitely stop to be thankful for it. I feel like there's a certain level of building an ebb and flow of positivity that if you you throw a rock into the water and it makes a ripple effect. That's the kind of concept that I'm talking about, where every day you try and do something that makes a ripple effect in a positive way, and eventually those positive ripples will come back to you on the shore.
15 years.
Yeah, I was going to say 15 years. It's crazy, but a wonderful blessing. And like you, I've got plenty of people too that I've kept as clients, mostly because I threw that rock in the water years ago and the ripples still are continuing to reach my shore. I'll get up early in the morning, get myself ready for my day. Sometimes I'll have a class in the morning. I usually train like 3 hours a week in different sorts of formats and different parts of the city. So it's a transportational kind of morning where I'm get up and go, and I'll do a little cleaning and inventory, a little stretching for myself. And then I pop on my rollerblades and head to my class or to work. Get through the day as quick as I can so that I can try and get at least like one craft or repair need. I have a lot of costumes for my drag show, so I'm a brute. And I tend to rip everything, so I do a lot of hand sewing. And yeah, I don't know, it's a full day, but I feel like the fuller the better, because I'm easily bored. One of the only aerial drag queens I know in the country, and if there are any listening to this at all, get at me, girl, because I don't know you, and I should. But I know for one thing, even if there are maybe 2 or 3 other in the nation that I don't know of, they're definitely not as old as me. I think the thing that's also important along being attentive and ready is the staying ready part. Making sure that, you know, you're used to a regimen of sorts is a good thing, because it keeps you focused on a day-to-day that can get pretty crazy in an urban jungle like this. So the more focused you stay, the better likely you are to succeed, I feel. And that being more the point is that succeeding leading to finding yourself in the right place at the right time with the right tools, and don't let grass grow under your feet.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Just my love for you.
Aww. Well, thank you so much for letting us come into your salon today.
See you girls later.